Nothing like that. Hit this area with 51. Everything in the Vada flies. These niggas, SP, go get your man. And I feel like Vada fly gonna recap this.
So, oh, y'all wanna know what happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened. He got smoked.
Something to you.
Oh my God.
Listen, so what it is, partner, is this some battle rap shit or do we got real problems? Like battle rap bitches, I'm a wig rocker. You and Hitman walking around with them fake ass teeth. Bitch, I got real chalk.
Notification gang, etc., etc. Don't let that get too far ahead of you. You already know who I be. Shout out to my brother Showtime SP, all the subscribers, that notification gang. You are the reason why we still do this. Thank you for subscribing and staying in tune with the movement. Shout out to the city of Miami, everybody that was down there. Shout out to the $2 man. Shout out to my girl with the brown. Everybody that was in the city that showed love and admiration to what me and SP do. We never took so many pictures and just talking shit and just being around. And oh yeah, if you don't want a lot of reflection about how our weekend was or what we had going on or the things that I did, you might want to cut this off, you know what I'm saying? Because I know niggas be complaining, but I really don't care. This is the way I blog and it's always gonna be that way. So if you don't like it, you know what I'm saying, this might not be the video for you. You can come back and we do a recap of something else. But anyway, so you know, we get down there, shout out to Chrome, the Trenches, Remy, you know what I'm saying, all the leagues that was involved, all the league owners, the independent leagues, the battlers that was down there, just all the love that was down there, right? So we get down there on Friday. It was nice weather down there. The weather is beautiful, you know what I'm saying? SP is really his first time in Miami. He never really been down there. Shout out to my barber flew down there. My barber Jihad, my man Hood, my nigga J Hood. It was a bunch of people that I knew that was down there. A lot of people flew down there, right? So we in the city, you know what I'm saying? SP ain't been down there ever really. So, you know, I gotta put him in something foreign. So I go get him a Maserati, you know.
Uh-oh, look at this guy. Who that? Ooh, that boy ain't in there. Ooh. That boy SP out there acting a fool, man.
I'm saying, just to, you know, you gotta, if you down there, you gotta look right and live the part. Plus they be talking all about how you pull up in the space, nigga be in the space. I heard Verb in the space talking about Swamp pulled up in a carpool and blah 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 blah. I didn't want that for my boy, so I got him something nice. You know what I'm saying? He pulling around, sliding through the town. It is what it is. This is just the way I move. It's always been. I'm never gonna change, right? So we go to the face-off. We had never really been to a face-off before, you know what I'm saying? The first night was the face-offs, you know, we go over there, we check into the hotels, we go over there, and for some reason, something said, because we was gonna go over there on some super chill, on some basketball shorts, just coming to see what was happening. Nah, man. If we going over there, we going over there for a reason, bro. So we, you know what I'm saying, we got dressed, you know what I'm saying, threw on some shit, went over there to the face-off, and like literally like 5 minutes after I'm there, they're like, all right, next face-off, Vada, you got it? I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I never did.
12 sleepless hours later.
That process, I met the criteria to be selected, but I wasn't.
I mean, you know, there have been battles that you've had where you've had, you know, slips, stumbles, chokes, whatever the case may be. What have you done to prevent that versus a lyricist like E. Hart, who, if you take your foot off the gas,
not a motherfucking thing, cause she done took her foot off the gas too. That bitch was reading on her phone. You ain't ask her that. Come on, nigga. Come on now.
Can I go both ways?
Don't start with me. The bitch was reading on her phone recently. Get over there. Don't put no heat on me.
Are you reading out of your phone?
Okay, don't put no motherfucking pressure over here. Okay?
That is a classic tactic that I got from none other.
You didn't get it from me. I be having the bitches behind me reading. I don't never pull out my phone. You ain't get that from me. I have class, okay? I got class. I ain't never pull out my shit. The bitch behind me might have a phone, but I ain't never pull out my shit, girl. Okay. So don't get the line.
I'm like,
I do the fucking face-off before. I've never done one, but I said, you know what? Why not, on a whim? So I just go up there, we do the face-off. It went pretty well. The SP did one, it was crazy. Then I did another one. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 3 and everyone's days. I know his voice was going out, so we did them. And that was dope. So we went down to South Beach. This is when the story starts to get good. You know what I'm saying? We left the club. The club was the place where we did the face-offs was in Little Haiti. This shit is in the middle of fucking. Listen, shout out to Miami. I'm just saying. So we finished there. Uncle Ryan them is outside. You know what I'm saying? Verb is talking his shit. You know what I'm saying? Wherever he's talking, you get the camera out. Cause
bro, these niggas are still facing off. The face-off after the face-off. Son, them niggas are still back there having a face-off right now. Look at this shit.
What up, Vada? See you?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm like, what's happening out here? What's up, baby? I'm looking. I need a little bit of that. A little bit, just a little bit. Get a little bit of that. A little sample.
Let's spring of that. Spring of that. Spring of that.
There's some money around. There's some money around. Just go ahead, just press record, you know what I'm saying? And I rock with Verb. Funny shit about Verb is that I was talking to Verb a day or so before I even went out to Miami just to check the vibe. Yo, you ready? Woo, woo. And he told me what I was doing. He said, all the dope boys is coming out, the hoes is coming out. You probably just leaving from getting your jewelry clean. I said, what? And I literally was leaving from there. I thought, what the fuck is up with this nigga? This nigga got somebody following me or some shit? But he literally guessed, but that's just was a rare occurrence. So face-offs went pretty well. Charlie Clips had an interesting face-off, but the night before was when, so that night after he did the face-off.
But I'm the nigga they talked about the most. This is might not have been the best in my opinion. Might not have been the best form.
This Eazy verse right here. You got his attention.
You know what I'm gonna give you a report. Your last few battles were what they saying is over for Clips? Yeah. Thought he wasn't. That's like niggas in the queue. Time out. Clip. They want to see what he do tomorrow.
Facts.
That determines if it's over for you. Cause of me, nigga. Nobody gives up. No, I'm telling you. They're like, we're gonna give him another chance because he's battling Eazy. Because first of all, what you did last battle,
The really impactful joint where niggas were saying, yo, the Clips is talking that shit. He sound like he gonna be back or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, alright. I even tweeted the shit after the face-off clips start coming out. This is cool, but I need 3 rounds, nigga. We don't give a fuck about all this shit you talking about. Like, I done seen enough. I'm here. Let's get to going. We get down to South Beach, right? You know, Collins and all that. So we down on South Beach. Me, SP, this is really his first time down there. So we took him to South Beach and he's out there. We walking the strip, etc., etc. A group of niggas walks up, right? You know, we seen a bunch of people down there that who knew who he was, but this group of niggas was like coming to have a conversation, not in no ruckusy way, but it was like, yo, I'm glad to see you, nigga. What up? I'm like, what up? He's like, yo, my name is Wooty Woo. I'm Clips' brother. I said, all right, what's good, bro? He had like 3-4 other niggas with him. I had my little 3-4. So we talking this shit. He's like, nigga, I couldn't wait to see you. I'm like, why? You mean you couldn't wait to see me, nigga? He's like, yeah, we got something for you. He's like, Gary. He said, where you gonna be tomorrow? You gonna be at the event? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, make sure you pull up. I want you to see it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure, you know what I'm saying, stand there. You want me to stand up there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hold on, who is this nigga talking to? Be like, you know what the fuck, nigga, I'll be there, nigga, I'm gonna be there. I ain't gonna be hard to find either. So, he's guaranteeing me that Clips is gonna bring his shit. We kind of talked about it, and he knew that, respect to them, first of all, and they kind of knew that, I had got on him, on Clips, because he wasn't delivering, you know what I'm saying? It just was what it was. Nigga wasn't delivering. What the fuck? You putting bad work out here. We're not doing this no more. But I kind of knew in the face-off the day before, because Clips was telling me like, nah, nigga, I got you, nigga. Like, yo, you ain't in, you here now. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So, we talked to them. We went back to the tellies or whatever the case may be, and we got up the next day and we went to, you know, eat, chill, shit like that. So we had wound up going to the Trenches event, right? So we get to the Trenches event. Miami got traffic like a motherfucker. Like Miami's traffic, when this shit popping down there, they had like F1 weekend and fucking Navy Fleet Week and fucking all this shit. It was like everything going on down there at one time. I don't know. And Cinco de Mayo. So shit was crazy, right? Every flight out of Miami was wow. My people had to get out of there the next day. Niggas was getting out. Niggas was coming back today, like Tuesday, because that's how crazy Miami was. Insane. Every flight was flooded, right? So we go to the Trenches joint, and we missed the first battle or two, you know what I'm saying? It was like Z the Dropout versus Stack Boy Chuck. We missed that because, you know, traffic getting there. So we got there, and it was J Moore versus King. Nigga, oh my God. And we was judging the joints too, so we was definitely trying to get there, you know what I'm saying, to judge the battle. So J Moore versus King, bro. These niggas start snapping. They wow the whole night. Oh my God, fire battle, man. J Moore was crazy. King won the battle. He wound up winning in the judges' vote 3-2. I personally voted for King, and SP voted for King, so that's pretty interesting. We're more substance guys. We like punches, but the substance, the in between, and the rebuttals. And King had 4 rebuttals in a row. Like, how can I take a battle away from a nigga who got directly catered cut material? He's got haymakers, he's rebuttaling, he's punching, and it was just a breath of fresh air. Now J Moore is great. I was talking to some of the uppers about his future potential joints, and he's probably gonna have some looks on the way. They really loved what he did. I said J Moore, we should not see J Moore, because I simply think that King battled better. J Moore's a great puncher, but a lot of his punches you could put anybody up there in front of and they would have catered to anyone. I personally, in a battle tournament, leaned more towards the person whose material was catered and cut to the battler. J Moore had fucking, if it was a punchline contest, the nigga would have won by 1.5 miles. He gets fucking 40-second reactions between some of them shit, so he's amazing. I'd love to see him move on and get more battles and grow and excel and, you know what I'm saying, continue to do his thing. But I had King, breath of fresh air, new, you know what I'm saying, light. Cutter versus Don Marino. Don Marino, heavy favorite in the town, you know what I'm saying? They fuck with Don Marino, you know what I'm saying? Cutter did his thing, but Don Marino was just on one that night, you know what I'm saying? He was pretty clean. I think Don Marino was damn near 3-0 in that one. I couldn't really take many away, but Cutter got some shit, and we're gonna see Cutter clean versus Dot. I told y'all, what did I say? Every single battle rap card, we could have a parlay. And we could pick a battle on the card and put some money on it and choose the battle that's not gonna happen. And I ain't been wrong yet. I have not been wrong. Every one of these cards that come around, when I see a battle and I don't think it's gonna happen, I'm like, oh, that ain't happening. Oh, that ain't happening. Oh, Elijah Drake think he battling Twerk? That ain't gonna happen. Dot think he getting clean? Oh, that ain't gonna happen. Like, I just know the game. So I seen Dot at the face-offs. He was at every event. He was at the face-off, the first event, and the second day, and he didn't get the battle. That's a highly unfortunate situation, but you know, when you accept the battle with clean, you accept the battle with clean. I'm just saying, I don't want to hear no spaces or no angry fan. Caps, don't pull this nigga up there to talk about me when a nigga no-showed you too, and then the nigga no-showed them. So I don't want to hear it. I'm right. You know what I'm saying? There's no way I'm not. So that it just is what it is. Shout out to Clean. I ain't got no issue with him, but the nigga he don't fulfill his obligations, and it's never no reasoning. It's just he just don't be there. It's almost like you booking him as a name on a card. You know what I'm saying? You put him on the card, you know he's not gonna show up, but you know it'll get people interested in it. That's what I think his name is, card filler. A.Ward versus Rosenberg Raw. This is where shit gets interesting, and I want to start at this point because the next 3 battles that I'm going to talk about are like the catalyst and the talk of the town. Like the spaces, did the spaces get 30? Like did all of these niggas 30 for 30, right? A.Ward versus Rosenberg Raw was a dope battle, you know what I'm saying? A.Ward's perspective, he did good, but Froze wasn't bad. Froze, you know what I'm saying, kind of like took him, he kind of beat himself, you know, he choked in the third and shit like that. But Froze is a very entertaining battler. He's very entertaining, and even with somebody who's got a high punch clip like A.Ward does, Froze was really able to talk some shit.
Bang, look, remember, I'm one of them niggas that's quick to up it and run it with their hands. I promise, the shit is nothing. But once you switch the subject, you can forget to touch it. I'd rather catch Logan Froze, the nigga buffering. I had that pay-per-view shit. It go down anytime I'm with it. That ain't gangster, that's a promise. This shit here is no kind of gimmick. It's him and me, him and mine. I can put it on my mom, I'm killing. You back me in the corner. Shit, the corner gonna be mad. It ain't mine. Hey, why everybody wanna talk to me about the time I talked to P? I never talked about you calling me 3 times to get on RBE.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Technically your body wet, like you can't leave the dust of no Diddy, that 4 Whitney. If I clutch the chrome, it gets bad. Shit, it hit Av, he a construction zone. Yes. You know why they call Rosenberg a killer? Because they see me do it. URL, RBE, we just use different scenes to do it. I handwrite papers, you print newspapers. This is what I mean, it's stupid. We both do the same thing, but I don't need a machine to do it. Speaks.
I hear you, Froze. I hear you, Froze.
A dangerous man. I don't want to take a picture if I ain't a fan. You better stay strapped. Fuck, I look like Jay Black. Don't you shake my hand. I gotta kill him. 17 shots.
In some of them rounds. I don't know why Froze choked, you know what I'm saying, or what he had going on, whether it was preparation. When I spoke to him, he sounded like he was in his bag. I knew he had Don Marino like a week or so before, so that kind of had me a little leery. And then he had the other joints. I'm like, he battling a little frequently, so that might have, you know what I'm saying, catered into it. It could be the Sixers getting dumped out the playoffs. That could have factored into it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that could have factored into it. So, but nah, I got Av 3-0. Av was able to punch at a high rate that he's been punching at in a lot of his joints. I hear people do be complaining, trying to say, you know, Av, he is a one-punch trick robot, whatever the case may be. But the nigga, he does what he does do well. He does very well. You know what I'm saying? So you can say what you want, but that nigga does it at a high clip very often. And if you fuck around with Av, you will get smoked. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I got Av winning 3-0. The closest round probably could have been the first, and I'm not mad with a debate for Froze, but here's the thing, right? From the viewing perspective, like this is just me analytically looking at something that's in front of me, right? If it's a 3-round battle, right? If I have this round being close, somebody chokes in this round and they lose the third, the culmination of these two things that happened lead me to believe that they won the first two. You know what I'm saying? You rarely see people go back and be like, oh man, you know, once the 3-0 chants start, you know what I'm saying? The 3-0 chants is like the MVP chant in the NBA, you know what I'm saying? When they step to the free throw line with the MVP chant, it's usually because something good going on. You don't see the MVP chant happening for the 12th man on the bench. You usually don't see the MVP chant happening when a nigga's down by 20 either. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I've seen MVP chants where the team may be losing and then they go on a run and get within 3 points or within 5 points. I just seen the shit with Jalen Brunson last night. The Knicks was losing. They get within 3. He goes to the free throw line. That's MVP's coming back. But normally when the MVP chants start, they're winning. So these 3-0 chants, right? So Av goes crazy on Froze. I got Av pretty much 3-0. People are talking about the crowd. It wasn't a battle rap crowd. Now, this club definitely does run other nights and they have other things going on, but on the night of the Unforgivable card, I did feel like it was pretty much a fair battle rap crowd. Now, they did have a lot of issues with niggas talking in the back and shit, but that's the thing. When you get these bars and these clubs that have an active bar where people can walk in and purchase alcohol from the outside and they don't have no, you know what I'm saying, they're not stopping them. Because the one thing about it is you gotta think these niggas is thinking from a nigga perspective. You got money in here and you got money being made here. Niggas ain't gonna kick niggas out who's spending money buying bottles and all this other shit for no rap shit. They gonna try to keep it down, but them niggas ain't really got to do that because they could move how they wanna move. And it's in the middle of Miami, you know what I'm saying? Like it's Miami. When we pulled up to the fucking venue, Trick Daddy was in the goddamn parking lot. Random as shit. There's a rap, what they doing up here? Rap, battle rap? Nah, I wasn't here for that. Them niggas got them cars and left. They wasn't even there for that, right? So, moving on. Eazy the Block Captain versus Charlie Clips, you know what I'm saying? And this is so we got 130 in the Spaces crew. 30, you know what I'm saying? That's one. Eazy the Block Captain versus Charlie Clips. You know, Eazy conceded the battle. You know, his mother passed away last week, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like he probably still did the battle because he didn't want to take his name off this card, because if this card went from Eazy versus Clips to Av versus Froze, Don Marino versus Cutter, J Moore versus King, and No Dot versus King, you got an uphill battle. You might sink the whole event. You know what I'm saying? He's probably looking at it from the perspective that if he's not on this card versus Clips, there's nobody probably pulling out their credit card and buying. You know what I'm saying? So it's too much of a risk. And I know that, you know, his mom's was on one of his albums and some of the skits and things like that. She supported his career and probably would have wanted him to still do it. So, you know, and in that regard. So I'm only looking at it from the players that's on the court. If you're on the court, you're healthy. His material that he had, to me, some of it was very easy. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know, he had haymakers. He had some shit in there, whatever the case may be. Charlie Clips, on the other hand, was good enough to flash back, not like vintage T-Rex, like body bag, like out of here, but he was good enough to at least write his fucking material. I will tell you that. He had a little bit of freestyle that in the middle, little pun intended type shit, But for the most part, it was consistent. Like he had a liquor scheme that was kind of like impactful. It was an angle from with the Henny, man, and it's Michael Jackson that told you about these Tito's and shit like that. Like it was really impactful, you know what I'm saying? He had some moments in there. Charlie Clips, and as the thing is, like Eazy's first was good, the second he choked, the third was straight. But even in the material that he got out in the first and the third, it wasn't better than Charlie Clips's. And then it leads me back to what I said in the Rosenberg battle. If you choke in a round, it starts to make the people look at the other rounds a little bit closer, a little bit closer, a little bit closer. You see what I'm saying? So that's all it was. But I got Charlie Clips winning 3-0. So that's a 60 on the Spaces gang. Golly, y'all, shit. 3-0, 3-0, 30, 30, 30 for 30, 30. And like I said, I don't have no qualms against these people or have no grievances or can't have any bias against them because Charlie Clips was the person I picked to fucking lose. He was the person that I said I wasn't going to see. He was the nigga that I said wasn't worth the money anymore. So for me to have to stand here with the egg on my face for being one that has to say not only did he win, he had a pretty good performance. All his rounds was impactful. His freestyles, his angles, his cadence, his bars was there. Does that excuse all of the 65 shitty battles he's had? No. It doesn't. It ain't been 65, but maybe 10, 15. It's been a couple. No, it does not excuse that. It doesn't give him a pass for the next one. If he does it again or when he does it again or whatever the case may be. But he has to be held accountable. And I said, if he wins, I'm gonna call it like I call it. Eazy decided the battle on the TV. I mean, on 15 Minutes of Fame. Shout out to them. We got an interview with them, me and SP, and I don't really do interviews ever, so you can go peep that. Shout out to Uncle Ryan, all the things that he do. And that was the first night. So the first night, pretty good. After that, we went down to South Beach again, hit the streets, you know what I'm saying, went out for a little while, partied, ate, headed back to the crib, rested up, had to do it. We had to do it again the next day. Miami Nights, right? So I'm gonna talk about A.Ward versus Swamp first, you know what I'm saying, because I know there's people who want to hear about it, want to see, want to know what the fuck my opinion is, or whatever the case may be on that battle, and I watched it again, you know what I'm saying. The reason why I'm talking about it again, it's my second watch, you know what I'm saying. I got home, I got to the crib, I got to watch, and I've been hearing about the Verb, you know what I'm saying, his opinion on the battle, and you know what I'm saying, things like that. But here's the deal. Swamp came into the battle a heavy underdog. Swamp was said to not be able to perform in these settings. He hasn't been a main event. He can't fill a venue. Nobody's gonna relate to this shit. Nobody's coming to Miami to see Swamp. Even if he has gas, nobody cares. And then Verb said something that was pretty interesting. He said he heard Swamp's material, if I recall. So I'm thinking like if I heard somebody's material, I would easily have, even if I heard some of it, I have some rebuttals together, you know what I'm saying? I have something, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, how could you have heard someone's material and you weren't ready for it? That's like seeing a movie one time, you watch the whole movie and you don't know the end, you know what I'm saying? You should know how this is gonna end. And so here's the deal. There are some things that are true, there are some things that are false. I've heard stories of Swamp bringing 20, 30 people in the venue. That is not true. I was outside. It took us 2 hours to get into the building because it was having another type of party there and all this other type of shit. Swamp was out there with about 8 people. Why? I pulled up with 4 or 5. And we were all out there on the side of the building. That's where I did an interview with Uncle Ryan and them. And we was out there for like almost an hour and a half. And it wasn't 20 people with him. It was like 6 or 7, maybe 8. Because I had 4 or 5. I promise you, I do remember. And I can say this from the perspective because I was standing right there. And Swamp will tell you, the first thing I said when I saw him was, you gotta rap. Battles are won with rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to go out there and perform. Like, it ain't gonna be no, oh, this person had the most people in Spaces or this, that, and the third or whatever the case may be. And like I said, I spoke to Verb a couple days before the battle, so I got nothing against him. I picked him to win going into battle. So, my thing is this. When these people sit here, you know what I'm saying, whether it be battlers or fans, and try to say things like, oh, y'all are compromised, this and that. Who are we compromised to? Swamp is a URL artist, right? He went to Chrome to battle Verb. We don't have no connection with no URL. There's no vested interest in Swamp. I didn't get Swamp's number till yesterday at the airport. I saw him on the way out, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know, like, I'll send you the content and shit like that. But I don't have no relationship with him, you know what I'm saying? I don't know him. Like, he's a good dude. I see him at a bunch of different events. I actually thought he was taller than, because I thought I was shorter than him, but we're actually like the same height. So anyway, long story short is I want to see these guys do good. Whoever wins, wins. I watched the battle, and in the battle, I made sure that I didn't say much. I didn't verbally react. Like, oh, I didn't do a lot of that. I would go like this. Because it was crazy, but I didn't want to get tagged like I'm the one that's cheering on. No. I nodded my head to certain shit. Verb was cooking, I was like this. Swamp was cooking, I was like this too. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I wanted them niggas to both get their fair shot. You know what I mean? Like they got their fair shot. I felt like the battle is straight. I'm not mad at it, but here's the deal. Did Swamp rap longer? Yes, he rapped longer. Was he supposed to rap longer? Absolutely motherfucking right, he was supposed to rap longer. I don't know why this is a surprise to anyone. Did you think he was gonna rap? Did you think he was gonna rap 2 minute rounds when a nigga been dissing him for 2 years straight? Every single chance he get, dissing him in his spaces, talking down on him, talking about his job, talking about his jewelry, talking about his kid, not his kid, but you know what I'm saying, all the shit that he got. Come on, son, did you think that he was not gonna be trying to air you? He didn't want to shake your hand after that shit was over. Verb was tapping that nigga on the shoulder like this. He would not do it. He turned around and barely, did he dap you with a closed hand? He didn't want to fuck with you. He felt like you disrespected him too much. You know, he felt like that was not part of the promotion for a battle. But my thing is this, I keep thinking like that thing, like Verb, if you heard his material, like what the hell? Like, but here's the deal. So let me address it. Verb's rounds, good material. He had different pockets. He was floating. He had his shit. I heard what he was saying. I heard, I'm sitting there like this, nigga. I'm listening to it while it's happening. He's cooking. He got some shit. I'm not acting like he don't. You know what I'm saying? Swamp was on a fucking mission though. We're not gonna act like he didn't understand the assignment. Okay, if there were people in that place that didn't know battle rap, that y'all claim or whatever the case may be, and it's crazy how niggas is telling people who was in the crowd who wasn't there, that's another story. You know what I'm saying? Nigga wasn't even there. How you there? You determining who's with what. But anyway, that's another story. Right? So Swamp understood the assignment. He's going at you. He's dropping bars about you. I wanted to shoot that beauty salon you was getting a Brazilian wax in. He's aiming at you. He's coming at you. Like, Verb had a lot of good rap. Like, he was rapping like a motherfucker. He always gonna rap like a motherfucker. But Swamp's material, the haymakers that he had, the more impactful shit that I remember, I don't know, I only got one mind and it's between these ears. The shit that I remember, the Pagedale bar, the fucking, like a lot of that shit, the rope, oh my goodness, man, this nigga said, the nigga said the real choppers line, real choppers, how we acting like real, nigga said Swamp wasn't saying nothing. How the fuck is y'all running around with them fake teeth, we got real chop, how the fuck is that not a line? Like, I don't have, see, a lot of y'all niggas is FWV. 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 Friends with Verb. Y'all niggas is friends with Verb, so y'all not gonna tell him how you legitimately feel about the battle. And that shit is crazy. I never jumped on my camera and said that nigga died, that nigga was, none of that. I said I simply feel like Swamp won the battle. And I do feel that way. And I'm not gonna change it. I told them niggas there. Bro, after the battle was over, son, them niggas that he was betting was on his ass in that venue. They was arguing like a motherfucker about the winner of that battle. How do I know? I was standing right there. They came, bro, it was like 7 niggas. They came to every single blogger, everybody. Yo, who you think won? Who you think won? They was arguing that shit down in the venue. I was right there. I seen it happen. Verb is gonna have people that said he won the battle. I'm just telling you from my perspective, standing 2 feet away, and every single person I spoke to, I didn't speak to a single person on the way out of there that told me he won. That should count for something. Every single camera, every single person, everybody I ran into. And I stayed there at the bar for damn near 2 hours after the event with all the people that was there. They wasn't telling me, it was not a bunch of niggas around clamoring, telling me that Verb won. And I've been to a lot of events, and I can tell by the energy. I don't need to watch the battle 10 times. I saw it up front, I saw it on the plane, I watched it again this morning. I don't need to see nothing else. Y'all talking about Swamp rap longer, he was supposed to. He was supposed supposed to. Nigga, Remy's not stopping no free content. Why would she stop a nigga who's standing up there with a clock? We both had watches on, but I ain't keeping no motherfucking time. I'm only up here to see the battle. We were supposed to do commentary, but they pushed the club back 2 hours. So Rem, she flies us there. We supposed to do commentary. So now I'm gonna watch the battles. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give my opinion because I'm here to do a job. My job got taken away to do commentary with SP. So now I'm gonna just stand up here, watch the battles, be a face, you know what I'm saying, that's here supporting the event. That's what I was there for, and I react. You know what I'm saying? I'm going like this because I'm like, this shit's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't gotta, it don't matter what it's, but it's a gesture. What Jalen Brunson says, it's a gesture, nigga. It don't matter what it's about. But it was dope. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is this, you're not wrong for feeling like Swamp won that battle. You're not wrong. His back was against the wall. He was under pressure. Niggas talked a lot of shit. The same bloggers who all picked Verb going into the battle all can't be wrong for picking who they felt like won. We got to get past that. And I didn't watch no recaps because I ain't got time. I ain't got time to make my own shit. So how you think I'm watching somebody else's? I got an issue. Shout out to every blogger out there. I got an issue with none of you niggas. I'm doing great. I don't got no problems with you niggas. Even the niggas who I have problems with. I don't want no problem. I'm good. Don't make me go back in that bag. I don't want to be that guy. Shout out to everybody. They got their opinions. I got mine. I was standing right there and the fight was fair. The crowd reacted to who they wanted to react to. Swamp didn't come in that bitch with no 40 people. We not doing that. I was out there with them niggas. He was not out there with no 40 niggas. It wasn't the case. I had him losing going into it. I watched the battle 3 times. I feel the same way. You know? Some of y'all might argue, we could argue Swamp 2-1, but it's more like a gentleman's. And that's just the energy and the vibe that I was feeling. You know, that doesn't take anything away from Verb. What he's able to do, he's gonna have another battle book next week versus somebody. That's just what happens. So, yeah, I mean, if anything else comes to my mind, I'll put it, you know what I'm saying, at the end of this. But shout out to the subscribers, that notification gang. Shout out to Showtime SP and all of my partners and all my family out there that shout out and subscribe to the content. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to, you know what I'm saying, all the cities. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to New Jersey. But yeah, it's true. The Spaces 3 got 30. I'm out. Gang.